breakfast.
Set up this little lobby page.
Set it up. Okay. I see that. It's very cute.
Thank you.
Oh, here you go.
So, since this is a one-shot, we'll be having it that you guys all know each other already. You are you are a party. So, if before we start you guys want to say your name, your class, and just a little bit about yourself, it would make sense that you guys already know this information about each other.
Yeah.
Right, give me just 1 second.
Okay.
I can go first if you like.
Okay.
Hello, my name's Arrow Silverstone.
Oh my gosh. Scared me.
I'm a mountain dwarf. Very beefy, if you couldn't tell. I got my plate armor, a shield. I like to use my hand axe. I am a paladin, oath of the Tempest, which means that I fight for the people. I fight against tyranny. My channel divinity has some lightning powers. It's very Norse.
You're Thor, is what you're saying.
Yes, I'm Thor.
Great.
What? You can just talk about like your physical description.
Chloe, can you go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Okay. I literally just created my character 10 minutes ago, so here we go.
So did she.
Hi, I'm Ariel Freya. I am a noble bard. I kind of ran away because I just want to be famous. And like they were kind of stopping me from doing that, which is kind of gross.
Yeah.
So
I totally get it.
yeah, I will do absolutely anything for fame.
Okay.
Literally anything. And when people tell me what to do, I get very upset because it is my rules. And yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I should add, Barros was an ex-soldier.
Okay, great. So you got technique in your sword play.
Yeah, I do.
All
Axe.
right. Axe play. Great.
I'm a lady. Like lady, like as in a noble.
Great.
But she wanted to be a princess.
Right.
And her family was like, you're not royal, you're not a princess. And I was,
And you were like, you just are holding me back.
you are just telling me lies.
Okay.
So.
Sid, do you want to say a couple
And
things?
no pressure at all, Sid.
Yeah, no. And you don't have to have a voice either. They just,
No.
it's
The
okay.
first time that I played, I was like, I didn't know that there was like backstories were a thing. They're like going around the circle and everyone had these things. I was like, I'm this. So go ahead.
Okay, hi. So, my name's Naomi Appletart. I come from the common folk, as you might know. So I've had very humble upbringings, but, you know, I do have my vices for hard drink and the lures of the city. Well, I have a pet artichoke. His name's Alfred. That's about all you need to know about me, I think, for right now.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. So, you as a party have been traveling together, adventuring together. When each of you left where you came from, you found each other along the way, and you've kind of stuck together after a successful adventure. So after a formidable journey, the party happens upon the small village of Woodhurst. Tired from a long trip, you guys are just looking for a place to, like, stay for a few days, maybe get a job in the city, something like that. The weather in this town is very gloomy. There's hardly any sunlight. The town's overall demeanor seems melancholy. The horses, being led by a boy you see, hang their heads down and refuse to eat the carrots the boy is offering them. As you enter, you are greeted by a plump young woman in a dress and apron with her hair pulled back under a bonnet. Why, hello there. My name is Mrs. Walters. I'm the innkeeper at the Tangled Vine Tavern. You lot seem new in town. Are you looking for a place to stay?
Aye.
Well, I have just the sort of rooms you're looking for. We don't get many outsiders, so there's plenty of vacancies. I'm sure we can... Just as she's finishing her sentence, she is interrupted by two screaming children. Mom! Mrs. Walters! Mrs. Walters! Mom! My goodness, children, what's happened? They start arguing with each other. They're like, we were by the fort, we were trying to, and we didn't know if... All right, one at a time. What happened? It's Archie, Mum. We were playing by the forest, playing hero. Harry, you know how I feel about you playing by the forest. I know, Mum, but Archie insisted. He bet me some candy that I wouldn't go inside the forest. I said, well, you could take it because there's no way I'm doing that. He said, why? Are you scared? I said, matter of fact, my mum would kill me. He said, well, I ain't scared of nothing. And he turned around and went right inside. We heard some rustling, heard him cry out. Then we heard nothing, and Archie was gone. My goodness. First the Becker girls, and now Archie. That makes 15 missing people this month. I ought to call on Mr. Lipson, see if he knows of anyone we could hire to check out the forest and see what's happening to our town. Hey, what about them? They look like adventurers. Would you be interested in helping us?
Suppose we can do that.
I have a love for the forest.
We just finished another thing.
Well,
Before.
I would be happy to get you nice and fed before your journey. If you'd be needing a map to the forest, Mr. Lipson is our tour guide. He used to lead people through the forest before the strange things started happening. But, before you go, I'd be happy to get you any ale. I make a mean pot roast in my tavern.
Pot roast sounds lovely. Miss Walters, was it?
Yes, that's correct. Well, great. I'll lead you to my tavern. Follow me. And she leads you to building number 3. I'll go ahead and do the little thing that Spencer does that I just discovered. That is where you're going. So as you enter, there's a few people in the tavern, nobody really of note. There's someone passed out in the corner. They've probably been drinking a little too much. The bartender is just like slowly cleaning his glass. And Mrs. Walters cheerily sits you down at a table. She brings you some pot roast. Any ale for the table?
Yes, please.
Great. I'll be right back.
Do you have any wine or just ale?
I'll take a look.
Thank
And
you.
she goes, she has a little conversation with the bartender, comes back with 2 ales and some wine. Since you're so willing to help us, this will be free of charge. Just eat up, drink up, and enjoy your journey. When you're ready, Mr. Lipson's shop is just across the way. She points to the building across the street.
Thank you, Dole. Before she leaves, I'm gonna grab her shoulder and say don't let her drink too much. She can't handle the liquor. Ain't much skin and bones.
She looks at Naomi and she looks at you and she winks and she says, "Alrighty then." And she goes back to talk to the bartender. The pot roast is very good. She wasn't lying. There's surprisingly, considering when you walked in the town, the ground didn't look like it was doing very well. The herbs that she used are surprisingly flavorful.
Huh. Well, I didn't expect this. Not bad. Huh.
Nor did I.
Considering the look of this place.
Yeah, no shithole, this one.
The bartender approaches and is like, "Can I get you anything? Anything else?"
No, but I believe we're still waiting on that ale.
Right.
A brandy for me, please.
I'll see what I can do. He goes back, he fills up a couple glasses. He looks, he rummages. He comes back with 2 ale glasses, sorry, out of brandy, and hands you the ale. Hands you the wine.
I want to chug the whole tankard.
All right, you do this, and you see a
I
little...
also will chug the whole time.
Great! So, this bartender, just gave you the ale, and he starts to walk away, and then you see more facial expression
Another.
in his face than you have seen since you've been in the tavern, which has been probably a couple minutes. He has not made any faces, and he just goes, well, another?
Yeah, another one would be great.
Certainly.
Well, if you are going to be
Naomi,
going
are
through
you
the
sure it's a good
forest,
idea?
you may want to have your wits about you.
I'm pretty hefty. I can handle another. Don't know about this one.
Same.
I don't know about this one.
All
Yeah.
right. Naomi, make a perception check really quick. So that
I'd
will
like to
be...
know how to do that, please.
So this die...
A D20.
Go ahead and roll that.
8.
You get
8.
to
And then you get to add your perception. In the middle of your character sheet, there will be skills.
It says the bonus that you get to add on this side. So you don't have to click it. That's just showing if you're proficient in it or you are not. So it's just +2 instead of +5. So
So 10?
so just worry about the number that's on this side of it instead of the dots on the other side.
Okay.
So since perception, you have a +2, you get to roll the dice and then add your +2.
Oh,
So
but I already rolled the dice.
yep, you rolled an 8. +2 would be 10.
Oh.
Okay, so 10. So, it's not blatantly obvious, but as he goes to fill up your cups, he fills up your cup in a different spot than your friend here, and then brings him back.
So I was noticing there that I don't know what to do.
He pulls, was it Boris? Is that how you pronounce it, Spencer?
Barros.
Barris, okay. He pulls you aside
Like
and says...
barrel, but with an O.
Alright. He kind of does one of those, whisper things and is like, got us some water. Seemed like a better idea.
Yeah, thank you.
I would like to switch the cups.
Make a sleight of hand check. So, roll the same die, and then you'll add sleight of hand.
11.
Okay.
+1 to slide.
So 12.
Okay. So,
So I win, right?
make a contesting, perception check. Yeah.
You got 2.
That is not a 2. That was a.
7. Or a 1.
Where's my
that was a
perception?
1.
No, that is a 7. Yeah, so 7.
Alright, so, you
But
do
he
not...
did just whisper in my ear.
True, but while he was whispering
water.
is when Naomi switched the
Right.
cups, so you didn't notice. But
Right.
when you take a drink, you might.
Would I notice, or am I just sitting there watching this whole thing?
You probably noticed, but you probably find this quite entertaining. In your adventures, watching Naomi drink is probably very funny to you. So
Dance, monkey, dance.
yeah. So even
Well-
if you did notice, you're not gonna say anything because you like watching this kind of thing.
Well, I'm gonna take a drink of it.
Okay.
Should I roll for?
Yeah. I mean, you've had.
I have already been drinking it.
Okay.
That's a 16 this time.
All right. Yeah. You even though you've been drinking for quite a bit, you start to drink.
There's you.
You take a drink and you're kind of like, this doesn't taste like ale. And you turn and you see Naomi just chugging the other glass, and you figure out what happened here.
I'm gonna grumble a little bit, smack her upside the head, and take the mug from her.
Well, I can't help it. Alfred told me what you did. So I had to switch them.
And what exactly did he do?
What did Alfred say?
Very observant.
As you guys are having this conversation, and Naomi is scolding you for what Alfred saw you do. A very charismatic human man enters. He's very well dressed, he's got a monocle, and he looks around, and then he sees your table and he approaches. Hi there! I'm Mr. Lipson. I heard there were adventurers needing a map of the forest.
Yes, that is accurate.
Bios.
Are you reckon to help us fix our little problem here?
Absolutely.
Well, that is music to my ears. He kind of pulls out a map. Let me switch you guys over. This took so long to make.
Oh my god.
But I like it. I like it. So, Woodhurst is over here. So that's where you are currently. And so
The
in
Red River.
yes.
That's where I grew up.
Oh. Oh no. So there's a path right here that's
No, like in real life. My
Oh,
house is
really?
on the Red River.
Okay. Yeah. There's that's
She goes, oh shit.
I'm just oof. He gives you the map, and he kind of offers a little bit of, like, not advice, but just, like, information on why, like, we need you guys to check this out. He's like, I used to lead tourists and other adventurers through the forest myself, but about a month ago, really strange stuff started happening. I mean, people would go missing, if you'd believe it. The ground, it doesn't grow like it used to. Our crop, it's just... Well, to be honest, it's all gone to shit, if we're being honest. But ever since people started going missing, I swore off taking tours in the forest. I think the spirits might be angry or something. Anyway, here's my map. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. I've been through this forest many times.
Okay,
Alright.
thank you. We'll let you know.
He, like, looks at you, and he's like, well, thank you very much, then. And, like,
Thank
walks away. The map, from what you can see, there's the path, like I said, there's the Red River to the left, and just a lot of trees. So, you know, it could be easy to get lost, but just from what you can see, there's nothing unordinary about what's on the map.
Interesting. Suppose we should probably go take a look before it gets too dark.
you. Naomi, are you in an okay headspace for this?
I think I'll be fine.
Roll the Constitution saving.
Yeah, right? I mean, how many drinks have you had? This is your third? Was that your third you were chugging?
Only two.
Okay, alright, okay. We'll see.
You're very small.
I can feel myself already oxygenating with the new forest air. It'll be great.
Great, great. So, you have your map, and you have your drink, and you are well fed. It's probably, like 12, like noon. It's probably noon. So, the sun's up, probably a good time to go.
Yeah. I say we go check it out before it starts getting too dark.
What's there's a smell in the air, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta take everything into account before we go in, don't you think?
What do you think the smell is?
I don't know, probably trees. It's fine. We can go.
Let's go.
All right. So as you approach the forest, if you remember the map before, the forest was just through the town. There were other residential houses just as you passed, like barns, and the crop was dead. There was nothing growing. Despite it being the middle of the summer, the forest bears the resemblance of being fully submerged in winter. Barren of any color, the tree bark is gray and cracked. Any remains of crops or flowers have shriveled up and died. There seems to be no sign of life anywhere. And let's see, who's got the highest?
I've got low passive perception.
What's your passive perception, Naomi, and then is it Ariel? Is that how you pronounce yours?
Yeah, Ariel.
Well,
Okay.
My passive perception is 15.
Okay. So, we'll say that Naomi would have noticed it if she wasn't first noticing how swishy she feels, just like looking at the trees. You notice a giant, well, huge paw print, like off to the right by the entrance.
Guys? Do
yeah.
you see that? The paw prints? So there's probably like some sort of animal that's causing
Oh my goodness, do you think he's nice?
Maybe. Probably not.
Am I able to check my knowledge as a druid?
Yes. I would have you make a survival check.
+4.
Give me a +4.
Great.
Oh,
6.
oh, 10 +4.
All right.
No.
So,
Oh, it's a 2.
I can math.
I thought it was a 6
No.
straight. All right.
No.
so that is 6.
Hey,
Just. I know a thing or two about animals, and that's an animal print. It has 4 fingers and then a little palm there. It's definitely an animal.
So
Definitely an
judging
animal.
by the toe beans, it's definitely a quadruped. Judging by the toe beans.
Well, if it's like a tabaxi, it's one of them cats that walks on 2 legs.
It could be, I guess so. But it's got big feet. I can tell you that.
All right. Thank you for that.
Well done. See, the guy could like sit in it. See, proceeds to sit in the paw print.
Perfect. I'll say that getting a closer look, it looks like it has 4 legs. Sitting in the paw print, you can look a little closer, and it looks like whatever it is walks on 4 legs.
See, what did I say? It's a different perspective. You can figure out a little more.
Thank you very much. Think we could perchance follow these tracks?
Well, they look like they go in that direction, so I think if we just if I sit in all of them, we could follow them.
I don't think you need to sit in all of them.
Okay.
I like where your head is at, though.
Well, I just thought we were trying to be very vigilant.
Sure.
So let's follow the track.
Okay, you're gonna follow the tracks. Okay, so you're gonna follow the tracks, and they're pretty well made tracks. So even though looking at it, it's hard to tell what kind of animal it is, you can tell that by the size of the footprints and how like deep the tracks are, that it's probably big. After like 2 hours of following these tracks, you've noticed that you don't hear any birds. Like, you don't hear any, like, chittering of critters or woodpeckers or birds or anything, and it's, like, startlingly quiet. Is that English? It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, great. It's very quiet. It's a little off-putting. Naomi probably feels great because, the drinks that she's had, she's just like, wow, nature, I love it.
I'm not outdoorsy.
Yeah, you're not having that great of a time, but also there are no bugs or animals to make you feel uncomfortable, from what you can tell.
But my shoes.
Your shoes are probably fine. Everything's dry.
Okay.
Okay. But after around 2 hours, you come across a clearing, like right here on this side of the forest. You follow the paw prints from here, like up here to right here. And in the middle of the clearing is a small cottage, one which isn't on the map that was provided by Mr. Lipson. The exterior is wooden and covered in crude white chipped paint. There are vines that cover a good portion of the bottom and the porch, and a window on the side, but the shades are drawn.
I'm gonna go up to the door.
I have a strange feeling about this.
I have an intelligence score of 8. I'm gonna try to open the door.
Okay. The door's appearance shows that it may have been an olive green at some point. It's made of wood and is made for a medium humanoid.
Oh, I also have an intelligence score of 8. That sounds like a...
Great.
Sydney's 16 intelligence.
Yeah, she's 16 intelligence and
I had
she's
the
drunk.
feeling.
Well, I mean, you've been walking for 2 hours, so it's probably starting to, go away by now. You may have to pee, however. It's been 2 hours since you drank, so I don't know.
I think that I have to pee.
I'm gonna try to open the door.
I am going to go a little ways into the forest and find a good tree friend to share my meals with.
Okay, since you are a gnome, any tree is a good choice because it's much bigger than you.
Okay then. I guess I'm peeing.
Great. So, you pee successfully. There's no one around from what you can tell.
Check.
There's no one that you see, you have a little conversation with Alfred about what you've been seeing, and the door is unlocked, and it opens quite easily. It creaks immensely. Like, it seems very old. It's like,
I don't know about this. I feel like we can get splinters.
I'm gonna stomp right in with my scale mail clinking with every step.
Great. So as you enter, the floorboards creak, and you heavy stepping, it's just like being stealthy is not an option here.
I just kind of follow quietly behind, I don't want to be in here, but
Okay.
I should stay out by myself because I don't like the outdoors.
There is a large round rug straight in front of you. This is the door that you came through. And it's made of various animal furs. There are 2 rocking chairs, one with a large fur blanket, and a pillow strewn across. The fireplace has embers still inside, suggesting there was a fire lit not so long ago. As you look to the right, you see what must be the kitchen. There's a table with enough chairs for 7 people, but only 1 place setting. There is a closed cupboard, barrels in the corner, and a bucket for water.
Wow, it's so rustic and cute. Normally I'd say just pick one animal, don't just combine all of them, but that's just a taste thing.
Guys, Alfred and I were talking when I was going pee, and there's some strange energy with the trees out here, even more so than when we started in the forest. And I just want to say that I think we should be very careful about this because I think the trees know that something is wrong.
I'd like to investigate the fire.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Oh, that's not good. What's my modifier? -1. Oh, that's very good. 4.
All right.
Can I assist him?
Sure. I'll
All
let
right.
you roll again.
9.
This is
I
clearly
think this is a fireplace.
this is clearly a fireplace, from what you can tell. You know, the rocks are glowing, so maybe a fire was put out recently, but it's definitely where people have fires to keep warm. Like that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Most certainly a fireplace.
Yeah, that's definitely a fireplace right there, for sure.
Somebody's been here. The glowy rocks are still glowing.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Is this a door over here?
Yes.
I know a thing or two about doors.
That's a door.
Door.
All right, I'd like to go in.
All right, the door is unlocked and easily opened. As you enter this room, you see a large bearskin rug on the floor. There are 4 beds, all empty. There's a desk with blank parchment and a bookshelf.
Great, more animal fur. Wonderful.
Is that a dresser?
Yes.
Am I able to go to peek into that just in case because my shirt is smelly?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You can make an investigation check. So you would roll the d20 and then add investigation.
Okay, got 20.
Fantastic. So the dresser is easily opened. It's not locked. Inside are common clothes of both male and female. The only thing I will say is that they are human, so if you were to switch your shirt, it would be a little big on you. But
Are there any doll clothes?
there are not, unfortunately. But there are tunics, button-ups, there's a dress. You just might want to tailor it to fit you because it is made for a human.
This is really disappointing. But at least we know that a human lives here.
Very true.
Probably a couple, judging by the 4 beds.
Don't assume.
As you guys are having this conversation, you hear creaking near the front door. And suddenly there's a figure in the bedroom doorway. He's old, he's huddled over, and he has a cane. Oh, I see you found my house. He notices your axe and your weapons. He's like, oh, no, there's no need for that. Are you hungry? You can help yourself. I have some jerky I've been working on. What brings you to the forest? Don't you know there's something out there killing people? It's
That's
not
actually
safe.
what brought us here.
We're
No
killing the
kidding.
thing that kills people.
Well then, why don't you have some of my jerky? He goes out the door to the little barrels in the corner, and he is very slow. Like
Can I
you
make
can,
an insight check to see if I can trust him?
yeah, sure. This is his cane.
It's a 13.
Okay. He seems very excited to give you some of this jerky. He probably
I'll take it first. I've got I'm a mountain dwarf, so I have resistance against poison.
okay. So
I
he takes very long. You can kind of hear his creaking. It's like
Something.
No, races have.
So, sir, do you live here by yourself?
oh yes. I used to live here with my darling wife Merletta.
Well,
God rest her. We used to have what you might call a bed and breakfast for adventurers. Merletta loved hearing their stories, but, sadly, I lost her, around 20 years ago, in a robbery gone wrong.
I'm so sorry.
He hands you the jerky, and it tastes like rabbit. if you've ever had rabbit jerky before. But nothing happens to you.
Cool.
Cool. Sorry about your wife. You're full trusting of strangers in your house if you've been invaded before.
Yes, it's what Merletta would have wanted. But I do have a hard time sometimes. It was very sad and very sudden. But you lot seem very nice, so I hope you liked my jerky.
It was very kind of you.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there a reason that that this cabin doesn't show up on our map that was given to us from town? Sounds like you've been here for quite a while.
Oh, I don't go into town. The map maker there, I think his name is Mr. Lipson or something.
Yes.
I've
something
had
like
some of his adventurers that he's led stay here. He only sticks to the path. He never ventures off, so he's never seen my house.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, that's just a shame.
Yes, I mean, whenever adventurers do come across, I'm eager to hear any stories they have. You know, I was quite the animal hunter back in my day.
Oh, I've noticed. All of the skins on the floor, is that all you?
Yes, that is me.
Oh, you've such talent.
Well, thank you very much, dearie. You know, I think I've seen whatever is... Maybe not seen it, but I think it was hunting me. About last week. I was out setting my traps, although I apologize if the jerky tastes old. There hasn't been any rabbits around here in the past week or so. But I was setting my rabbit traps as I usually do on my Sunday afternoons, and I heard some twigs breaking behind me. You know, something was sniffing me, and then all of a sudden it was gone. You know, I don't think it likes citrus. I was wearing my citrus cologne I've been working on, and it took one woof and was just gone. I don't know. Naomi, make a nature check.
It took a wolf. That means it's a dog.
You know, maybe.
Oh.
11.
Okay, and that's with the modifier? Well, in your experience with animals, as you've had a lot of experience with animals, you know that canines don't like citrus.
I did know that very much.
I was just making a joke because you said wolf.
But, yeah, canines do not like citrus.
So,
Not just
knowing
canines.
this new information, I was thinking, you know, the paw print that I sat in, it kind of looked like it could be a canine. Canines are quadrupeds.
That is very insightful of you, young lady. How do you know so much about animals?
Cause I'm smart. I don't know.
She's a druid.
Very good on you.
I grew up in the forest with my parents, and I have many friends who are animals, and sometimes I like to be an animal myself. But
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, that is fascinating. My goodness, Merletta would have loved you. She also loved animals. You know, it's so strange that you mention a canine. I used to have a pet dog. I mean, I don't know if I would call him a dog. He was a little bigger than any I've ever seen, but he really liked my rabbit jerky. I named him Fluffy, but I thought Fluffy died when Merletta did. I haven't seen him. That's very strange.
Well, maybe if it is him, maybe that's why he didn't eat you.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, gosh, that's strange.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely. How may I help you?
How exactly do you know that it was a home invasion?
Well, when I came home, they were still here. And our cottage had been trashed and a lot of my things broken. And it's very hard for him to speak about this. He's like, I saw Marletta on the ground. And then the cloaked figures left. And they had been the ones that stayed the night before. So I wonder if I had let Merletta come with me that day to set my traps, although I never want her in danger, if she might still be here. Well, as he's talking, you hear a howl. Probably with your ears gauging like 5 miles away. It's like, well, and surprisingly, it's almost dark. The sun is starting to set. He's like, well, my goodness. It is not safe in the forest in the dark. Please, you must stay here for the night. I have a couple of warm beds and food. You know what? If I could find my bow, I might even be able to help you tomorrow if you'd let me. I have some books we could read by the fire. It's not safe.
Wait, question for the DM.
Yeah.
Can I read?
I know.
You know,
I can read. I got 16.
Naomi has probably been teaching you guys words and what they look like in a book.
You need 7 intelligence to read. You need 6 intelligence to speak.
So
Cool.
you
So I
can
can
certainly speak as well. And you probably, although, Ariel, although you're probably not very smart, you were probably taught how to read in your upbringing. But yeah, you guys can read.
Just very slowly.
He kind of shuffles past you to his bookshelf.
On a hat while he ate a rat.
Would you like me to read it to you, for perhaps because then we can read more books?
Maybe we could just get some rest so we can go out and finish this hunt tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to sleep, but if you want to keep reading, then fine.
Great. Well,
And I kind of storm off.
here is the room that you'll be staying in. I've actually been sleeping in my rocking chair this past week. It's actually quite comfortable on my back, but there's plenty of beds, as I said. Now you make yourselves comfortable and I'll go put something together for dinner. I left out a trap on the porch. Maybe I'll see if we were lucky enough to catch anything. By any chance, do you have any dietary restrictions I should know about? I do have some fruit if meat is not your thing, so to speak. But the soil hasn't been very kind to me, but I'm sure I could find a few vegetables as well.
I'm allergic to pine nuts.
I will take note of that. Okay.
I'm not a fan of lamb. It's too gamey.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen any wild lamb around here, so that should be okay.
As long as it's not an artichoke, because I think that would have fed off.
I will take that into consideration. Now, you guys just get into bed and I'll come with a little snack in a little bit. Feel free to look at the books if you'd like. And he just waddles out and closes the door.
I'm gonna pull out my lute and play a song.
Okay.
I'm playing a song.
Okay.
All right. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna dance.
Okay. All right.
Here.
I'm gonna sit down and sharpen my axe.
Okay. So, in a few minutes, he comes back in. He has some more rabbit jerky, some carrots that he found. They're not very nice looking carrots, and he apologizes profusely for that. But no artichokes, and no pine nuts, and no lamb. So he comes in and he's like, this is what I could put together. I hope this is all right.
I have a question.
Yes.
For the DM.
Oh, yes. Yes.
If I want to use my herbology knowledge to inspect the carrots, how might I do that?
What exactly are you looking for?
Well, I was just wondering, since the horses would eat the carrots earlier and they're kind of funky, I wanted to check them out.
Okay. So,
Probably investigation.
yeah, that would probably be investigation.
Drops the d20 onto her dog.
Oh no! So he leaves the food with you, and he says, "Well, I'm just going to go to sleep now. So rest up, so we can figure out what all this is for tomorrow. Good night, everybody." And he, closes the door, and you hear him sit in his rocking chair. So go ahead and make an investigation check for the carrots.
Why'd you mom that? Plus what?
Investigation is 3.
Okay, I got a 9.
Okay. So with your knowledge, you can tell that the thing that's wrong with these carrots is where they're growing. So something is probably wrong with the soil.
So, I think there's certainly something wrong with the soil in this area.
Aye, looks rather barren.
No, but it's more than just barren. It wouldn't just go barren. There must have been something that happened. Do you think we could find something about it in the books?
It's possible. I wouldn't know. But if you want to try, go right ahead.
Perhaps is there a farmer's almanac for the region?
Would you like to investigate the bookshelf to see what
I
books?
would. Very much, thank you.
Okay.
How far away? Okay. So, 14.
Great. So, there are several books in this bookshelf about plants. There's Berries and You, talks about edible berries. Personal Care for Adventurers, it's how to maintain a clean, healthy look after weeks in the wilderness. How to Capture Your Princess, which is some dating tips. So You Want to Be a Ranger, which is an illustrated guide to becoming a ranger. Hit the Apple, Not My Face, which is a detailed guide to archery. Taming the Beast, which is a book for beast masters, and there is an almanac about the plants that are in the region.
Very interesting.
I can't plug this type of plug into that outlet.
Oh no. Then we can't plug in any outlets in my room. Oopsie.
Maybe the power strip back here.
Good luck. We are having technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Okay.
Barros is gonna eat his food and then he's gonna fall asleep.
Okay.
I'm a pretty heavy sleeper too. I have to doff all my armor and then I start snoring as soon as I'm in bed.
Okay. Naomi, are you going to take a look at the books, or are you gonna go to bed?
I'm gonna take a look at the books because typically I can't sleep with these doors.
Okay. And then, what about you, Ariel?
I think I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll play for a little longer and try to started to try to write lyrics for a song about our adventure,
Okay.
but nothing's coming, and I get discouraged. So I'm like, it's whatever.
Okay.
And I kind of feel around, and I notice that the beds aren't like up to my taste, and so I'm a little like upset about it. But I'm like, sometimes you just got to deal with what's given to you. So.
Yeah. So is Baros still in earshot? Can he still hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Great. All right. So, Boros starts to snore, as he does. Surprisingly, Ariel doesn't have trouble sleeping when he snores. What she has trouble sleeping is with the quality of the mattress. But as you lay down, you kind of manage to find a spot that will do for the night, even though it definitely could be better. As you're reading, Naomi, it becomes suddenly very cold, and you start to be able to see your breath. As you're just, you take note of this, you go back to try to read, and the desk drawer starts to open slowly by itself. A quill comes out, dips itself into the ink, and starts to write a message on the bare parchment that was on the desk.
Little diary.
Hey guys!
I have to move all the way.
What?
I know you guys have a hard time reading, but there's this, help me, please. I was just sitting, I was reading, and all of a sudden, it was cold, and aren't you cold? I'm freezing, it's very cold, and then someone wrote, but there's no one here, but someone wrote this, and it was writing, and it's now there, and I think we should read it.
I'm gonna slowly sit up.
Okay.
I'm gonna what?
Look, someone wrote something, but there was no one here to be writing it, but it was being written by the air or something. And I think it's very important that we read it because it might be important.
Cool.
All right, let's read it.
Okay. As you approach the desk, the note reads, I am tall when I am young. I am short when I am old. Who am I? Come find
We're looking
me.
for a candle.
Very good.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of riddles. I like it when people just tell me things straight up. I'm really sick of this.
We defined a candle.
Naomi, you figured out pretty fucking quick. Are you sure you didn't write this?
I promise I didn't write it.
Insight check.
Yes.
You can make an insight check.
I rolled a 2.
Well, you just woke up.
I think I have negative insight too. No, it's just +0. All right, I rolled a 2. What are you
It's not like me today.
So you just woke up. So you're like kind of looking at her, but you can't really see her facial expressions. So you have no way, like, you're just like, okay.
Yeah, all right, let's find a fucking candle.
Well, he's a hunter, so it might be like maybe he made them with the animals or something. I don't know. Maybe with.
I'm gonna go out and ask him. Hey, sorry to wake you, but
Yes.
is it normal for the quill to start writing on its own?
What?
Like, we were just in the room and the desk opened, a quill came out and just started writing on a piece of parchment and wrote us a little, like, riddle thing.
I got very cold as well.
That doesn't seem very normal to me.
Are you sure? Your friend didn't do it and isn't pulling a prank on you or something?
That's what I thought.
I'm sorry. I don't. He's still like not fully awake. He's like, just go back to sleep. I'm sure everything's fine.
I'm sorry for the little ones screaming, which is really funny coming from me because I'm like 4 feet tall.
And he goes right back to snoring.
Oh. You were supposed to ask for a candle.
Would you like to investigate the room you're currently in?
I would like to do that. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Oh. 17.
Excellent.
Wait, plus something else.
Plus, I think 3.
What is it? Insight?
Investigate.
Investigation.
Okay.
20.
20.
There is a candlestick on the nightstand. Words. Between the 2 beds to the right. Since you rolled so high, as you're looking at it, you can tell that one of the candlesticks has been touched way more than the other because it's like a little oily residue, and the other one is just dusty and looks like it hasn't been touched.
I think someone's been sleeping in this bed in particular. Or something. What do you guys think?
You're the one who can see what's on the candle. We can't.
Oh, well, if you look here at the candle, the one of them is very dusty, but the other one is very much not dusty. And, it looks like there's some oily residue, as one might say. And, I think maybe someone's been here.
I'm gonna grab the candle.
Yeah,
As you do, the bookshelf moves and a secret door is revealed.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy! Do you think we should go investigate? Do you think he knows it's here? Does he build it?
Yeah, it's his house. I hope he knows it's here.
Well, sometimes you don't know.
He's either stupid or he's a liar.
Oh, well, that's not very good. We should be very quiet.
I have disadvantage on stealth in my armor.
Yeah, and the house is pretty creaky.
All right, let's sneakily go behind the bookshelf.
So, the door opens easily. It opens away from you towards the and it reveals a staircase. It's pitch black, aside from the little light coming from the bedroom, and I believe you all have dark vision. Am I?
Yeah, I've got dark vision.
All right. So just looking,
right.
like peeking in, it looks like the stairs descend around 30 feet.
Racial traits. Yep, you have dark vision.
Well, we've gotten this far. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Each step creaks loudly as you walk down. As you walk down, you know, you kind of listen. You can still hear the old man. His name is Ridley. He would have given you his name. I just forgot. You can hear him. He seems to be still snoring. And as you walk down, you find this.
Stairs.
Yes. And as you enter, you can probably, with your dark vision, just reveal the whole thing.
Yeah, we can see up to 60 feet with it.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
This room is dark and cold. From the look of the chains, various knives, and other devices, this seems to be something of a prison or torture chamber.
Oh shit, is that a pile of skeletons in the corner?
Would you like to investigate it?
Yes, I would, and I would like to actually roll my dice this time.
fucking hell. It's a 5.
Well, you can't tell what they are, like what they're from, but they are bones.
Yeah, could I also investigate it, or just a little bit of a
You can also investigate, and you can also give assistance, which would mean giving your friend the ability to roll twice. So you can do either, whatever you'd like to do. But you, Naomi, do have higher investigation, I'm pretty sure.
I do have higher investigation, and I also
So-
have vast knowledge of creatures, and so rocket.
Rocket?
The rocket?
Oh.
Oh boy, did you guys know that?
What?
We're sending someone into space?
Oh!
As a country for the first time in 9 years?
I did not know that.
Oh, happy space travel, spaceman.
Wow, 2020 is just... Sorry, say that again? Oh, great. Yeah, so these bones are canine. They are canine, and they have been picked clean.
They're what?
They've been picked clean. Like, they've been cleaned. And since, this is right next to it, why can't I? Oh, I have to, there we go.
You have to be on the select
Yeah,
tool.
since this is next to it, it looks like blood has been used to paint a large skull with teardrops of blood all the way around it. It's surrounded by candles and dried flowers.
I'm gonna, since I'm not really very smart, I'm gonna start picking up at all the candles since the last one of...
Okay, nothing happens. But Naomi,
Stick to one type of puzzle.
would you make a history check? You have high intelligence, so you might recognize this.
Oh wow, 22.
I got a 22.
Great. So you have read many books, and probably in reading a book looking for information on nature deities, you came across this symbol and you recognize it. This is the symbol of Baal, the god of murder. Many compulsive killers have used the worship of Baal as a justification of their murders. Since you rolled so high, you remember that he's more notably the god of righteous murder, and false worship of Baal has often resulted in being cursed.
Oh.
I say we go back up the stairs and
I don't know that we should be here. I understand that the forest is dangerous at night, but in one of my books that I had when I was growing up, we read about different deities and maybe part of the curse is the person writing, or maybe that was someone who was looking for justice because we need to leave right now.
As she's talking, it gets cold again. Naomi, this is the same feeling. And suddenly there is a mirror on the desk that gets picked up and it starts glowing.
Oh shit.
Did you guys maybe do that on accident or on purpose? Does anybody want to go check it out or something?
I'm gonna brand shield.
hey, Naomi, would you maybe want to make an Arcana check on the mirror?
I've got +3 to Arcana.
What does that mean?
That means detecting of magic. Like,
Okay, so I think I
Oh, it's cocked. Roll again. 14.
it's 14.
So this is a magic mirror. And actually, as you approach it, you start to see, like, pictures, and they look like memories. They seem to be in no chronological order, but this is what you see. You see a beautiful young woman in the cottage making dinner as a hooded figure slits her throat. You see a young version of the old man and the same woman at an altar in what seems to be a wedding. You see the old man shoot his first arrow as a boy. You see him find the body of the woman and see madness and rage take over him. You see him and the young woman inviting travelers into their home. You see young Ridley kill the hooded figure that killed the woman. You see Ridley performing a ritual of some kind. You see Ridley place the body of the hooded figure with a brick tied to his foot in the Red River. You see Ridley as an old man inviting travelers into his home. You see a huge storm as a skull in the sky strikes the forest with divine energy and the plants begin to die. You see Ridley place 3 bodies into the river with bricks tied to their feet. And then all of a sudden, the mirror goes back to looking just like a regular mirror.
Oh boy.
The old man cursed this place.
I knew there was something funky that wasn't just regular funky.
I'm gonna go ahead and storm back up the stairs.
As you do, you see Ridley at the top, and he slams the door, and you hear it lock.
Oh, rude.
There is a little part on the door that like can open for like talking and stuff. And he's like,
What's the door made out of?
It's metal.
No, fuck, alright.
And he's like, you weren't supposed to see that. And his voice sounds completely different than how it did. All of a sudden, you hear him go, and the bones in the corner start to shake. And they form a huge skeletal direwolf. Roll for initiative.
Hey, this isn't something you've done before. Okay, so you're gonna roll your d20, and then you've got that initiative +1 that determines how fast you are in combat. So like the higher your number, the sooner you get to.
It's like taking of turns when you fight.
Looks like it.
16,
Yeah, +1, so 17.
17.
Okay. So 20 to 25. Great. 15 to 20. Okay.
What's Chloe?
10 to 15.
Y'all
5 to 10.
8.
5.
Great. All right. So, wow.
I don't know how to do this, Pinky. Help me.
Yeah, you're in combat. I can.
Okay. So, Naomi, you are first. First, pick a color. I have pink,
Ooh.
green, purple, blue, red, or yellow.
Pink.
Okay. So this pink circle will be you.
We're on the wrong tab.
Um,
We're on my
Oh,
character
sorry.
sheet. Sorry.
oh, sorry. Yeah. So you were investigating the desk, so you're over there. Chloe?
I guess I'll be purple.
Okay. You were, I think you were, well, where were you? Were you by the desk, or did you send Naomi to look at the desk?
I think I sent Naomi to look at the desk.
So I think you were looking over here, and then, Spencer, pick a color?
Nice light blue.
Okay. Whoops.
Lightning.
Don't do that. There we go. Hold on, it's being weird. There we go.
Great.
Do you think this?
And where were you?
I've been thinking about that. I was going up the stairs.
Right, so you're over here, and the...
I'm gonna mute us for a second so I can run her through combat real quick.
Okay. And then the wolf is the big black circle. You don't have to mute yourself, Spencer. It is Naomi first, so
Yes, that is true. I forgot about that. So yeah, since you are far away, I would recommend you either attack the creature, since your weapon is a crossbow, you can fire it at him, or you can look at your spells and decide to cast one of those.
you also have your wild shape. So
Yes.
you can turn into any animal you've seen before. So whatever animal you might see in the forest, it would make sense that you have seen them before and could turn into one of those.
Okay. Trying to think.
That's okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Where's my
Your spells are in the spells menu.
I don't really like this.
I just want.
Signature's breaking things. How are you using a dictionary? I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah. She's on a Mac. I don't use a Mac.
I've never been able to.
All right. So.
And if you click on the spell, it should explain what it does.
Yep. Oh yeah, that would be a good one.
Okay, so how do I say that I'm gonna do it?
Just say you are going to cast the name of the spell.
All right, I'm
going to cast a tingle.
Okay. So what does the wolf need to do? That's a strength saving throw?
Wait, guys. Sorry, update. The rocket will not take off today.
Oh, rip.
Yes, it's a strength saving throw.
Okay.
It says attack/save, strength 12.
And what did it need to get?
12?
It got 15.
All right, so since it passed the saving throw, that means that the spell doesn't have an effect.
That's rude.
But you still have a movement, so you are small. So
And
there
you
are
small.
as in you could potentially hide. There are several things you could do with your movement action. You can either get closer, you can move to hide somewhere, you can do whatever you'd like.
It means like if there's a lever on the wall or something, you can technically interact with it. Or you can draw a weapon or something like that. So since you have cast a spell, all you can really do now is move.
Okay. I can't hide. Oh, I can't hide.
So I'm going to hide under the desk right now.
Okay. Since Entangle doesn't really like show where the spell is coming from, the wolf is has not noticed you. So that brings it to Ariel. You are the closest.
Yep. I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter on the creature. So he has to make a Wisdom saving throw of 13, or he falls prone.
Okay, what happens when he fails?
Okay, a creature of your choice perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into fits of laughter. And so...
Alright, so this wolf, this huge wolf is, prone. It starts, like, going on its back and kind of doing one of those cute, like, dog things where they, like roll around and show his belly. And, he's having a grand old time. Does he get any damage from that, or he's just now prone?
He's just now prone and... Let's see, what is it? He's incapacitated and unable to stand for a duration.
And what's the duration?
I think up to a minute.
Okay. Well, it is your turn, Boris. How do you say it? I'm sorry.
Boris? Barros.
Barros, I'm sorry.
It's like barrels, but without an L.
Okay. It is your turn, and the wolf is currently prone because he thinks a joke that Ariel said is, like, really funny.
Ariel, can you tell me the joke?
You had to be there.
All right. I think I'm probably just gonna approach him
Okay, well, he is,
Hang on.
his
Big.
his belly is shown to you because he is a dog in the end.
He's a bone doggy.
Bone doggy.
I could play his ribs like a xylophone. I think. Hang on. I am going to, since he's prone, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna walk a bit closer to him.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really see any cubes, so how far away from him am I?
You were, I forgot how you do the thing that shows, how far away you were.
Distance?
Yeah, oh wait, so you
It's,
were here, so you were 20, about over, a little
Right.
over 20 feet.
I'll walk, so I'm about 15 feet away from him.
Okay. That's like here.
And then I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
He's gonna have to make a Constitution save when he's on his back.
Is Ariel going to be affected by that at all, or should he be okay?
No, it's a cube directly in front of me.
Great. Okay. And what does he need to get?
12.
All right. Well, he's prone. I'll give him disadvantage. Okay. Fuck. He got exactly 12 the second time.
Oh, damn.
My turn.
Well, I think... Yep, he just takes half damage.
Okay, great.
Right? So that's... I'm round up for damage against enemies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so 5 damage.
Great. Okay.
Not fantastic. It was gonna be like a really loud, thunderous boom, but instead, since he succeeded on the saving throw, it's like a...
Great.
just like a gentle clap.
It is now the wolf's turn, and so, Ariel, can he make a wisdom saving throw on each of his turns to see if he's able to get up, or how does that work?
Let me see. It's never worked before. So I'm never...
Well, wolves aren't very wise.
Each of your choices you can see if target must succeed
Stupid.
at the end of each turn, and yes, and each time it takes damage, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. The
Okay.
target has...
So he's gonna make another wisdom saving throw since he just took damage from the thunder wave. Okay, and he is no longer prone, but that is probably gonna be his action. Just getting it.
Yeah, because
So,
if they have to make a saving throw to get out of it, they have to take an action.
yeah,
to make-
exactly. So he just is no longer prone and he stands up, but he still has to like shake it off. So Naomi, it is back to your turn. You are currently hidden under the desk. The wolf is not aware of you.
Okay, so I want to do a spell.
Okay.
I'm going to shape water.
Okay. We'll say that since you are adventurers, you have water skins, like just like on your person. So you can use the water in the water skin.
Okay. Then can I tell you what I want to do with it?
Mhm.
I'm gonna use the water to wash away the blood on the floor.
Okay.
It looks like the dog.
Okay. I will just say that you are successful. Ariel's, the bottom of her dress kind of gets a little wet as you do this, since she was standing by it. The blood gets washed away, and Ariel is just a little annoyed, but understands why you did it. Would you like to move at all?
Since he cast the spell, there's nothing else you can really do.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, you're gonna stay hidden?
Yeah.
Okay. Ariel, it is now your turn. There is, the ground is wet, next to you. The bottom of your dress is a little wet, but the, blood is gone, and the wolf is now up.
Okay. Let's see. Let me find one that I like. Okay. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
So I look at this wolf and I say, "Thou mangled, muddy, muddled, foul deformity."
Oh. Okay.
So,
And
so let's. Oh, he has to make a Wisdom saving throw for that.
and he fails miserably.
Didn't realize it was so little damage. It's 1d4 of damage, so that's a 3.
All right, he just feels really bad about himself now.
Oh, and then he has disadvantage on his next attack roll it makes before the end of its turn.
All right. Barros, it is your turn now.
All right, I'm just gonna fucking run at him. I'm pissed that my spell didn't work.
All right.
I'm gonna attack him with my hand axe.
And that's bludgeoning damage, right?
Hand axe is slashing. I have a mace that does bludgeoning though.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. That's a 15 to hit.
15 is what you needed, yeah.
Oh, great. So that is 7 damage from that.
Great.
And then, can I bonus 2 weapon fighting? Use my shield as an improvised weapon to bash him?
Sure.
Right. Oh, that's not very good. That would be 12 because I can't add my proficiency bonus.
Then no, you miss with that one.
Damn.
It is now the wolf's turn. He does have disadvantage on his attack against you, but you are in biting range, so he's gonna try to bite you.
Go for it.
That's a 21.
Oh shit.
That is
Disadvantage?
Oh no, sorry, yeah. That is a 14, which does not hit. And he's gonna start moving towards Ariel. He's gonna.
I would like to opportunity attack.
You may. He's gonna try to bite you, be kind of annoyed that it didn't work, and then go for the girl that made him feel really bad about himself on her last turn.
All right. Well, as he walks away, I'm gonna roll a 24.
Very nice. Was that a critical or?
No.
Okay.
I have +5 to hit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do 4 damage.
Okay. So Naomi, it is your turn.
Okay, I have a question for the dim.
Mhm.
Okay, am I allowed to look at stuff even though we're in a battle?
Yeah. You can use your action to do that. And since the wolf is occupied, you probably would be able to do it without worrying about them seeing you.
Okay. I would like to investigate the stuff on the table.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Okay. 14?
All right, great. So, there is a log of all the people that have stayed at his cottage, and he has therefore killed. The last name is Archie, unfortunately, which was the boy that went into the forest and why you got hired. And there's also a parchment that reads, "Kill he that bears the curse. Place his vessel in the crimson waters, lest we never find rest and this land never lives again."
I was right.
Wait, one more time.
"Kill he that bears the curse. Place his vessel in the crimson waters, lest we never find rest and this land never lives again."
Throwing bodies into the Red River, the Crimson Water.
Yeah, but he clearly is not. But is he the curse?
He was putting a curse on them, and that's why the land isn't living.
All right.
All right.
Would you like to do anything else?
I used my action so I can use the spell, right?
You can move. Well, I mean, you didn't move.
Uh,
Would that be a bonus action, what she just did?
Technically, I think that you can interact with one object and then use an action, but since she made an investigation check, it would be up to you.
Yeah, I would say that you can move, but the attention, like you were putting your attention on the desk, so that would be your turn. Or the table, I mean.
I am still small, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to stay here and be small.
Okay. Ariel.
Okay. He's right by. Yeah, so I can't do that. I'm gonna do hideous laughter again.
Okay.
And I actually looked up jokes this time, so.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah. Okay. This is a dog joke. It's to make him feel better. So I look at him. And I'm like, hey. Why should you be careful when it rains cats and dogs? Because you might step in a poodle.
What did he need to get?
13.
He got an 11. He finds you. So he's glad that you now are telling jokes instead of making him feel bad about himself. He
I don't want to be
goes.
friends with this dog.
Well, from what you can tell, it doesn't. It looks like he is being controlled. I will say that. And he finds your jokes very funny, and he is back on his back, like, doing that doggy thing where they, like, you know, they, like, rotate on their back and show their belly. Barros, it is your turn. He is now prone.
All right.
He's heavy.
I'm just gonna run right up to him. I'm gonna bash him again.
Okay.
I need my arms, love. That's a 19.
That hits.
Great. That's 9 damage.
Okay.
And then I'd like to bring my shield down on him again.
All right.
That's cocked. That's a 2. It does
Okay. All right. So, you're just as you're going down with the shield, he moves his belly to the other way, bringing it to the wolf. Since he took damage from Barros, he's gonna try to make another saving throw, and he fails, even though
He might have advantage if he took damage. For some reason. The target has advantage on the saving throw if it is triggered by damage.
Oh, okay. He passes. That is a natural 20. So it was funny, but not funny enough to keep laughing about it, you know? And he gets back up. So the wolf is now up, but that is his action. So Naomi, it's your turn again.
I'd like to turn it into a bear.
Okay. So, I assume you have the bear stats up?
Yep, I've got the stat block.
Great. So you are now a bear. You were under the table. Your turning of the bear knocks the table over because you're now too big to be under it. And the sound brings the wolf's attention to you. You can move, but your action was turning into the bear.
You can move fast, though. You can move 40 feet.
I would like to charge at him very fastly.
Okay. Let's see. You are...
Bears can move.
Oh, yeah,
40
you can... Yeah, you could do that. You can certainly do that. You can be right up next to him. You just pass by. Ariel is like, where did this bear come from? What the heck? And so you're right up next to him. So Ariel, it is your turn now, and there is now a bear next to you.
Okay, so I'm gonna start moving towards the stairs so I can try to
Okay.
get to the.
You can actually go all the way up the stairs.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way upstairs.
Okay. But the door is locked, from what you can tell.
There's the little thing though, right? That I can open.
Yeah.
Can I see him?
He is not. You open it and no one is there, from what you can tell. So he is no longer in the room.
The bear makes 2 attacks.
Okay.
Yeah. The bear can multi-attack.
Yes.
I know, because I was a bear when I was druid. I loved being bear. And
I love
tiger.
being
Also, I loved being tiger, because circus.
I'm gonna send. Can I send my mage hand through the little thing to open the door?
Sure.
Unlock the door.
You know what? I'll give you inspiration for that, too. Go ahead and add an extra d4 to your roll.
Cool. What do I roll for?
I would just roll, what does the mage hand have the strength of?
10 pounds.
Okay.
Carry up to 10 pounds.
So, I guess I just want to see a roll to see if it can unlock the door.
Okay, so would that be like some dexterity or?
Sleight of hand, probably.
Yeah, that'd probably be sleight of hand, which I think is dexterity.
Or it would be
Yeah.
my sleight of hand? Okay. Can you add a what to it? A
D4.
All right. Let's see. Oh, that's really unfortunate. So I got a 4 with the 4, but I got a 3 with the 20. So
Okay.
7 plus sleight of hand, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I'll say you can try again on your next turn, but it doesn't get it the first time. It's a pretty hefty lock, as he is very seasoned in torturing adventurers. Barris, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna hit him.
All right.
Since I'm flanking him, do I have advantage?
I'll give you that, yeah.
Restricted with the bear.
Oh, man.
Well, both of them would have hit. That's
Great.
a 19 hit.
Perfect.
All right. So that's 8 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and try to shield bash him again.
Mm-hmm.
Missed my computer. I rolled a 3 and a 2.
Oh, no.
It just doesn't want me to hit him with my shield.
It just doesn't. I'm so sorry. So, it is now the wolf's turn. He is... He's going to attack you, Barros, because you just attacked him.
Yeah, that's fine.
And he's going to fail miserably, so he misses you. So, Naomi, it is your turn, and you are a bear.
I'm gonna freaking bite them, dude.
Yeah,
Great.
You can do a multi-attack.
And I'm gonna claw them. I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
Okay, alright. So,
Roll a d20.
and you have advantage because of the flank, and so that means,
Roll again.
yeah, and take the higher number.
Yeah! 17.
22 to hit.
22.
You
Sweet.
definitely hit, and so is that with your bite or your claw?
That's the bite.
Alright, so now roll for your claw.
and
+5.
15.
You also hit with the claw, so roll for damage for both of those.
So roll a d8 for your bite.
Which
It's
is
the
this friend.
diamond. That's a
Yep.
10.
This friend.
Yeah, that's me. So roll her. And then we can add 4. So that's
9.
Great, okay.
And then the claw, you use 2d6. So 2 of these boys.
What if you don't have to?
And then you have to roll the same one twice.
Oh no, disadvantage.
Uh,
Should I roll on a
That-
different surface?
that is 8.
8.
So in total, 17 damage.
Yeah.
Would you like
Bear.
to describe, Naomi, how you in bear form killed or defeated this skeletal wolf?
Yes, I would like to.
Okay.
As Archie and I did when we were kids, I used to turn into different animals, and lots of times I would be a chipmunk because he's small and I am small.
Mhm.
This time it felt like I was a chipmunk, but also like a bear, and so I went right at him. I said, I see you attacking my friends, sir. I'm under a desk, but I will no longer be under a desk. I am going to be a fucking bear. And so I got big, and I ran at him, and I bited at him, and I screeched at him, and then I felt really bad because he's an animal, but he's also bones. And then I realized that I could add the bones to my collection, and so I went, ah! And then I got him.
Perfect. After all that, the bones just collapse back into a pile of bones. The skeletal wolf is no more, and you are now a very excited, heaving bear. You are like, you probably have some adrenaline going through. You're like, and you are out of initiative. So Chloe, you can go ahead and roll again on that mage hand.
Okay, so can we say like that I have maybe like a nice barrette or something I can take out of my hair? For
I could
the mage-
definitely see that. I could definitely see that.
So imagine I would have a couple because my hair is probably done and yeah. Okay, let's try this again. What the hell? Well, I guess we're out of initiative, so I can just keep doing it.
Well, do either of you have high sleight of hand?
I do
Okay,
not.
I can add my sleight of hand too.
I'm very good at smashing things.
True.
That was
So
a 13.
Okay.
Sleight.
It's better.
So, okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that, with the beret in your hair, your mage hand is able to unlock the door. And so, the light from the bedroom seeps into the stairs again, so you, Naomi, as a bear, and you, Barrow, see the light coming from the stairs, and you see the doors now open. Are you going to stay a bear, Naomi?
Yes, I am because it's big.
Great.
Yeah, I'm a small-sized creature, so I'm gonna jump on Naomi's back.
Perfect. So as you guys are...
Carrying the team.
Oh my god. Someone just said
I'm
the...
using my mage hand to pat her on the head.
That's so cute. Perfect. So as you guys are running up the stairs, you hear a creaking near the doorway, and you see Ridley. He looks a lot stronger than he did before, and he is dragging a body out the door.
I'm gonna tell them to stay back.
You're
and
a
I'm
lot faster than that old
I'm
man.
really fast.
Wait.
The bear has a move speed of 40 feet.
I was gonna cast something.
What were you gonna
Do it. Cast it.
I'm gonna cast Shatter as a second level spell.
Okay,
Oh, fuck.
so he is here, and you guys were here. So, do you guys see the cottage? Did I move you right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you're gonna stand in the doorway and cast Shatter?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a Constitution saving throw of 13.
Let me get his info. Okay. He passes. And he keeps
Oh, but he
moving.
does take half damage, so.
Okay, great.
So where is my D8?
Cold lens.
Mm-hmm. So that's 9 damage.
Great, great. Okay. And he takes the damage. His house probably, you probably broke almost everything in the kitchen.
Well, it's only a 10-foot radius, like
Okay.
like a circle. So.
All right. So if you were aiming for the door, then I would say that everything that was in the like shelves, like all the plates and stuff, are now broken. But he keeps moving.
Charge at him.
May I do that?
Go, Naomi, go.
I'm going to run very fast at him.
Okay. You see
Barreling towards him.
yes.
Where?
So he is holding the body, and he is running towards the Red River. So where you were, it'll probably take like a half an hour to get there, so you can certainly reach him. So what are you gonna do when you reach him?
Can I throw my hand axe and try to like take out his leg?
Yeah.
That is a 20. Not natural, but
All right. Yes, you are successful.
and that is 7 damage.
Okay.
Calf.
So you aim for his calf. as you hit, he cries out in pain and he drops the body. He is now limping. Did you say 7?
Yes.
Okay, great. I can math.
I'm gonna kind of run after them as well.
Okay. So we're gonna keep the same initiative, since combat was only 5 minutes ago maybe with the wolf. So Naomi, it is your turn to start, and I'll bring out the circles again. Although Naomi, you are now a big bear, so you are much bigger. But
So as long as you hit the ground.
so
Okay.
you are on his back, right? And
Yes,
then
I'm on
Ariel is over here. She's behind. And then Ridley was here.
Say that you're taking the grapple action.
So he was here, and you just threw the axe at his calf. So he is, we'll say it made him trip, so he's prone right now.
Okay,
Great.
perfect. Because with myself as a bear, I would like to grapple.
Okay. So that is a contesting strength check. Is that correct?
Yes. He can make either athletics or acrobatics, but you get to make athletics.
Great.
So,
I don't know what that means.
so roll a d20. Yes, big boy. Oh, not good.
But I'm a bear.
Yeah. 5 plus 5, that's 10.
Well, I gave him disadvantage because of the calf and because he was tripped, so you are successful. He is now grappled.
Great.
Lit. I'm a bear.
That means he can't
You are a
go
bear. You are a
Yes,
bear. And so he is now grappled. Ariel, it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery again. So that's a wisdom saving throw of 13.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at him, say,
pinned under a bear and you're just gonna make fun of him.
"Self, you foul creature.
He's married.
No woman could ever love you. I doubt your wife ever did."
That was... I'm gonna give him disadvantage for that fucking burn. Jesus. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. He got an 11. That fucking just took what was left of his heart and just split it. Just right in two.
It's only 1 damage, but still,
But the damage in his heart is much more. So, Barros, it is now your turn. He is grappled and very sad.
I'm going to dismount from the bear.
Okay.
And I am gonna try to intimidate him.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up my axe from his foot. I'm gonna
Roll a d4 for the damage done by removing the axe, because that probably hurts real bad.
2.
Okay. He cries out when you pull it out.
I'm gonna squat down next to him. I'm gonna smack the butt of my axe into the ground next to his head, and it's gonna crackle with electricity. And I'm gonna lean in real close and say, "What the fuck have you done to this place?" I'm gonna roll. Oh, that's not very good.
Not at all.
That's a 7.
He's not very intimidating.
My mod.
So, what he says is, I wrote something down for what he would say if this happened. He basically looks at you, and he's like, "I will kill all who pass through this forest. I don't care if all the gods curse me. I will avenge Merletta."
Well,
And that's what, and he spits in your face.
All right. Since he spat at me, I'm gonna smack him with the butt of my axe.
Okay.
Oh, fucking hell. That was a nat 1.
Oh no. So
Your dice are not like Cleveland.
you miss and you
Nuh-uh.
accidentally like smacked Naomi's bare toe because that's what was near his face. And so she's just like she kind of like lets out like like a bear noise after you smack her foot.
Just fuck.
It is Ridley's turn, so he's gonna try to get out. He's gonna try
You
to
also have disadvantage on any like attack roll. or
yeah.
anything.
Actually, what he's gonna try to do is see if he can reach for his sword that he has. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see what disadvantage does. Okay, 13. What does he have to roll to get out?
He has to roll against Sydney's.
Okay, alright, so 13. You have to roll higher than 13.
Yes, it's your d20. So,
Right.
so roll. No,
He's a
Levy.
dice guardian.
Levy's trying to eat my dice.
Oh, good.
Alright,
Let
so
me make sure that he does have disadvantage. I don't want to.
oh, Lord.
It has disadvantage on an attack roll.
4 though, because you're a bear.
15. I'm a bear.
Okay, great. So he is unsuccessful. He tries to go for his sword, and you just tighten your grip, and he is still trapped. So Naomi, it is your turn. One of your little bear toes is pretty sore. It got bashed. But he is currently grappled by you.
Can I use spells as a bear?
I don't think so, no.
I think you can claw or bite.
That's really all you can do as an attack.
Can I
You can-
change the way in which I claw or bite?
Like, what are you trying to do?
Like,
Trying to injure, not kill.
yeah, I'm trying to get information out of him, so I was thinking maybe I could like bite off one of his toes.
Shit. You definitely can do that. You can. Oh man. Roll a d20 and add your strength modifier to it.
I got 19.
It's a 23!
Okay. So you. Yeah. That. Which toe?
The big toe on his injured foot.
Oh, now he can't.
No. Okay.
I know.
Gosh.
You were gonna probably kill him anyway.
Yeah, I mean, so that, I would say, this is what I'll say. That's a, God, it's just taking the whole toe off. Alright, so that'll be a d6 of damage, but every round he's gonna take a d4 from bleeding from where his big toe is.
Roll d6. Cube. The cube boy.
1.
Okay, so maybe, old man's got, some bad circulation. Maybe he doesn't feel...
Adrenaline.
Yeah, adrenaline. Like, maybe he doesn't feel a whole lot in his toes. It's more like he sees you bite off his toe, and he's like, oh my god! And, he will take... Literally, he will take 1d4, from bleeding from his toe each consecutive turn. Ariel, it is now your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna make him even sadder.
Now he's missing a toe, and you already hit below the belt with his wife. What's on the agenda?
I cast Vicious Mockery again.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna say, maybe it's a good thing she's dead, because she would be ashamed to see the way you are today.
Oh my god. What did he have to get?
A 13?
Yeah, no. No, you are, wow, now he's missing a toe, and he's crying, and he's very upset. Barrows, it is your turn.
Well, I have to roll for damage.
Oh, right, sorry.
That's a 2.
Okay. Oh my god. This is fucking brutal. Barrows, it is your turn.
Um. Hang on. Fuck. All right. Can I just make an insight check real quick to get a gauge of how much health he has?
Sure.
That is, what's my insight? +0, 19.
Okay. So, from what you could tell, when he was talking to you guys and using his cane, that was an act. And he is way stronger than he appeared. So he's taken not a whole lot of physical damage, but a lot of, like, psychic damage. Like,
All right.
so he's still going, but, whether he's sound in mind is another question. What did you do?
I just rolled a nat 20. I'm going to expend a spell slot to Divine Strike him.
Okay.
I'm going to raise my axe up, and a whole bunch of lightning is going to shoot out, and I'm going to bring it down onto his arm.
I thought you were going to say onto his foot with the toe that he lost.
No, how about I'll chop off another toe from the
my god.
other big toe, so he
Okay.
can't. So let's see. That's an extra 2d8 to the target. So that's 5 from the d6, and then 4, 12 from the d8s. Yeah. So that's 17 damage.
Oh my god.
Cleave off his big toe.
So he is
Might as well give up the whole foot.
he like okay, you know in like cartoons when someone takes like fire or lightning damage and then they're just covered in soot and like a little bit of his mustache is like a little on fire still and he's just coughing? That's like the image that I see in my mind. He's just like he is not doing well. He has probably serious regrets, and he's gonna take some extra damage from that toe. That's an extra 4 damage from the toe. Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna try to intimidate him again now.
Okay.
That is a 21.
All right. What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna squat down next to his head again. I'm gonna say, "You're gonna tell us what you did to this land, and you're gonna show us how to reverse it, or else I'm gonna make it hurt a whole lot worse."
Show us. He can't even walk at this point.
He coughs. And he's like, "Can't you see I'm cursed?" He like looks around. He's like, "I lost my wife. I just wanted to get revenge just the one time, and then I liked it. I vowed that any adventurer that passed through I would kill to avenge Merletta. And then the plants started dying." And he looks around, he's just like, he looks at the bear that cut off his fucking toe, bit off his toe. He's just like, "If you want to break the curse, you have to kill me.
Cool.
Put my body in the river."
Is it my turn?
You know, if you're trying to get sympathy from us, it's a little late for that.
I'm gonna spit my toe at him.
Spit the toe. It hits him in the face, and he's just like,
Can you make a wisdom saving throw for that?
A dex saving throw.
He fails. He rolled a 5. He just sees his toe and he's just like, ah! He's just...
We're taking damage.
He's just like looking around wildly. He's stuck under a bear that bit his toe off. He's just been struck by lightning.
Hit below the belt many times.
You really just hit him below the belt about his wife. And from your insight check that you made, you can tell that he's dying.
Great. Well,
It's his turn. He's gonna try to... Yeah, no. I'm not even gonna have you roll because he got a 2. So, he did not get out.
Okay.
So it is now your turn.
So I take out this restraint.
yeah, and you've already got him restrained. You can probably just
I
finish.
wanted to like vine choke him.
I forgot to give out bardic inspiration. Can I just like give her one?
DM darling, may
Yes.
I tangle spell because I am so angry because he is the reason that nature is sad?
So
It angers me to my core. Am I allowed to use nature to end him?
yes, but you are a bear. So
Okay.
I would say you would have to go out of bear form for that, but he is like dying, so you may be able to do that and then use the vines so that he doesn't get up after you're no longer grappling him. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So basically what I'm saying is you have to turn out of a bear so you won't be grappling him anymore, but
Okay.
your vines can still restrain him and then do what you wanted them to do.
She wants to use the vines to choke him out.
Okay.
You're not gonna make that joke.
I'm gonna have him make a Constitution saving throw to see how
Entangle
long.
is strength.
Strength, okay. To see how long he lasts. Oh man.
Remember he was like
0.
0.
That is a nat 1 minus 1. That is a 0.
Oh, he needed 12.
Well, he didn't get it.
Oh god.
Roll a
Girl
d6.
from Sky High, and she's like,
No, literally. Roll a d6 for your damage.
6.
Would you like to describe how you used the power of nature to finish off this old man who I realize never had a chance in the first place?
All I gotta say is, we're all born from the earth, and we gotta get brought back into it at some point. So,
And then with that, your vines just like he stops breathing and he's dead.
wow, great job, guys.
And with this, Naomi, you remember the message that you read that said to return his vessel to the Crimson Waters.
well, well, the old man already told us about how that when he dies, we have to take him to the water.
Right.
So, I am small. So would someone else like to do the honors?
Strength.
Who is the strongest?
That'd be me.
The bear.
Okay, I'm gonna give you bardic inspiration to do this.
Oh, nice.
I haven't used it, and I need to.
Is that a d6?
Yeah.
Right. That's 11 plus 3 plus 3. So that's 17.
Yes, you are able to successfully drag his body to the edge of the river. Luckily, there were some bricks and rope hidden by this tree. You can
investigate the body that he was carrying.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. But you find Barros the brick and the rope, probably what he was planning to use for the body that he had. Go ahead and roll investigation, Ariel.
Okay. Someone else may want to roll investigation.
You've got
That's
good.
11.
It's human, and it's small.
Can you only use magic during battles?
No. Depends on what spell you're trying to use. What spell would you like? Cure wounds? Yeah. None of us took damage.
The body did.
You can't bring the body back from
Why
the dead with
can't
that
I
spell.
do
There are
that?
spells specifically to bring people back from the dead.
That's so mean.
No.
I'll use my mage hand and he'll like kind of give him CPR.
Oh my god.
See if we can revive him.
I've got lightning. I can use it like a defibrillator.
Are we doing this? Are we gonna try to revive this
You
guy?
know what? Go ahead.
And
Go
then
ahead.
you can cast.
Right. I'm gonna. Here, what do I have in my bag?
It's my medicine.
Because I can manifest
My
light
medicine isn't that bad.
through anything that's metal.
Okay.
I'll
So
take off my amulet.
I
and
will
I'll-
say that Naomi, with her high intelligence, and Ariel, with her high medicine, would probably have a good idea of where on the body you would want to put the metal to channel the lightning.
Great. So
Don't
I
do it
will.
on his toe.
Don't do it on his toe. Great. I will cast Channel Divinity through this amulet and shove it wherever they tell me to.
And then I guess I'll roll and then add my medicine for the
Yeah.
my-
So you'll probably do it on his chest, I would imagine, near his heart,
Yeah.
right?
Near the heart. That is.
that hit something.
What am I adding?
Religion?
Medicine.
I mean, medicine would be for knowing where to do it, but if it's for the divine magic, I would guess religion.
All right.
I got a 17 for CPR.
Great.
Cool. Can I say a quick prayer to the Stormlord?
You may. You may.
I'm gonna go ahead and. That is a 11 religion. Ooh.
Okay.
I'll give you another bardic inspiration to add to it.
Sure.
Are you sure you want to just add it to my prayer and not my defibrillator?
No, yeah. We'll add it to the defibrillator.
Yeah, we'll say that your
You can
prayer
choose about it.
your prayer was not like you're pretty stressed out, so your prayer was probably not like worded the best, but you got like a feeling of warmth around you that probably means approval.
Cool. Cool. Thank you for your permission. That's we're doing religion?
Yep.
Right, that's 16 plus 3, 19.
Okay, so as you do this, you do it, we'll say with the CPR, you kind of do it in increments. You're like, surge, CPR, surge, CPR, and all of a sudden, the person chokes and coughs and wakes up, but like is having trouble breathing. He's like,
All right, so now I'm going to cast Cure Wounds, please.
okay, go ahead.
All right. Oh,
Okay.
I think
What?
you don't have to roll for it.
Well, you roll how much?
Yeah, you roll the you roll 2d8.
So you are successful in being able to heal him.
Yes. 2 of them. So that is
13.
13 plus 2, 15.
Great. Okay. Did you return Ridley to the river? Or do you...
Yeah.
Okay. So, as soon as you do this and you manage to revive, the little boy, the ground begins to shake with a light tremor. The clouds open up, and the trees and flowers begin to bloom with life.
So small.
You can hear birds chirping and animals chittering. The river begins to flow with more... The only word I can think of is verve. As you're watching the river, you can see blue, shimmery orbs lifting from it. You can guess that these are people's souls leaving to finally find rest. Like Haunted Mansion, you know, the glowing orbs? Yeah, thank you. You have broken the curse, and the little boy is very thankful and runs up and just hugs you and is like, thank you so much. My name's Archie.
Well, Archie, I think that you better listen to your parents from now on.
Yeah, probably.
I heard there are bears in these woods too.
Really? I mean, I ain't scared of bears. I'm brave.
You are very brave, but you are also very small like me and very stupid. So
Yeah.
we're gonna take you home.
Okay. When you return to Woodhurst, you are celebrated, as clearly whatever you have done has brought back the sunshine, and the crops are growing again. The 2 little boys from the beginning, Harry and Ben, run and embrace Archie, and Mrs. Walters is crying. She's very happy. And Mr. Lipson personally gives you 750 gold pieces to distribute between the 3 of you, and personally thanks you for allowing his business to go back up again, because he'll be able to lead people through the forest from now on again.
Oh, hell yeah.
So that is what I have.
Yeah.
Can't believe-
Bet you weren't expecting us to bring a boy back from the dead.
No, I wasn't, but you know what? That's really wholesome. It's really wholesome.
Mage hand, channel divinity, and cure wounds. Lead boy back from the dead.
That's crazy. How did you like it?
It was really fun.
Yay, I'm so glad. Well, thank you guys.